giving way to light. And there, in the heart of the sunrise, a rooster crowing cup of joe with Poe. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with Poe, and let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning, greetings and salutations. Top of the morning to you. Rise and shine, rise and grind. Get up, get out the door, and get some. Okay, so coffee. Got a little bit going in my system. Punishment is what we're discussing today. There have been so many recent updates and things going on in the past couple months that have really opened my eyes to even more. Now, I did 8 years in prison, so I know punishment. My whole life I've been in and out of jails and institutions, treatment facilities, youth diversion programs, juvenile prison, grounded to my room, spanked, all that. Punishment is a must. Punishment is, you cannot run a society properly without punishment. People must know if you do the wrong things, you're subject to punishment. Now, we have a bunch of people that cross our border illegally, literally, so they need to be arrested and sent back to their country of origin. Excuse my talking this morning, I'm just now getting into my cup. Plus I got a little shook up over something. There are these pedophiles that keep coming. I mean, just buttloads of pedophiles. And another thing I want you guys to explore after I make this comment, I need you to actually do the research before you tear me up about this comment. In certain cultures, for one to sleep with a younger, and it's always female. I've never seen in any culture where it was an older woman sleeping with the younger men, other than here in America when it's some crazy teacher. And most of the time when I see that happen, it's like, really? Why didn't I have that teacher? Whatever. Always different standards for men and women. Men are stronger. Men are aggressive. Men are the ones that usually enact the procreation, act of sex most of the time. So it's only in nature that these men, which are animals at this point, they are not people anymore. Once you mess with a child, you are definitely done. It's over, through. He's done, son. Stick a fork in him and fling him out into space, right? We all hate it. But there's something worse, and it's called murder. Literally. Now, we could go back and forth, round and around about the semantics of this, but just by, on paper, ones and zeros and all that, murder's obviously worse than any form of rape. Because even when it's, and I gotta watch these words, because these words get flagged, and then all this extra shit happens because some people can't handle the truth, can't handle words. They don't know how to scroll away. They don't know how to just not watch. They still watch, and now they're scarred forever. Listen, scars run as deep mentally as you allow them to until you heal them. I get on here, you see me swell up with tears sometimes, right? You're thinking about the past. And it's even hard just now. But I have complete control over my emotions, my thoughts, and my actions, because I am in control of myself. Now, these animals, these disgusting demons that walk about, they should be punished severely punished. I am so sick of this just time punishment too. It needs to be more than just time. Time is a hell of a punishment. I went through it. But when I was a kid, if I was put in timeout, that punishment versus getting my ass whooped was two complete different things. Once you are physically hurt, to feel a real emotion, a real feeling, not emotion, a real feeling like pain. The feeling of lost time, the feeling of, oh, I don't get to see my loved ones for so long, and this, that, and the other. I did 8 years of that shit, and I'm going to tell you, they're letting pedophiles play video games right now in prison. The pedophiles are supposed to be getting raped by the rapist in prison. They're supposed to be getting extorted by the slimeball maggots. They're supposed to be getting punished. Instead, in prison, they actually have a law in Ohio where they're a protected class. I don't know if Uncle Trump knows that one, but I bet if he does, he overturns that shit too. Now, we seen this morning there were these individuals from overseas that were arrested and even charged and sentenced. And when we heard some of these sentencings, months for messing with kids and shit like that, I mean, the one was murder and they got months or something. Like, I mean, just who's making these punishments? That's something that needs fixed here, is the way we punish people. Ever since we started slapping helmets on kids and you can't discipline your child properly, we've had an influx of even worse people. There are people that feel like they are untouchable. Like, you can't touch me because I'll call the law or something. People need humbled sometimes. I seen this clip. There's a guy running around in Toledo from New York, and he tends to get loud with people and run his mouth. Well, he did it to the right ones, and they were even trying to leave him alone. Hey, I got hair or something. I got shaved today. Real bad. Face. Done today. So he kept running that mouth, and eventually the one guy got sick of it and beat the shit out of that guy. Now, this guy's probably so stupid. It would take 30 of those, or he's beyond being fixed at this point. But maybe that's what he needed. Maybe that humbled that man, and now he doesn't go hang out at the goddamn Circle K running his mouth to people. Plain and simple. It's a way you act and carry yourself through society that dictates usually what's going to happen to you. If you are in the streets and you have a certain walk, talk, and dress to you, as you go through life, it's a little bit more difficult because, for one, when society sees somebody that isn't caring about their appearance to the point where they're wearing their clothes even correctly, or, oh man, I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. It never stops. Image and the way you converse with others, they judge you off that. Now, if they judge you to the point where they feel you've done something wrong, then they're going to try to enact some sort of punishment. Punishment comes in so many different forms. There's verbal punishment, there's physical punishment, there's there's even a punishment of just ignoring. Like, to be ignored can be a punishment. Believe it. If you are seeking some sort of attention or something and you need to talk to somebody, but you're being shunned, and shunning is a form of punishment. Hazing is a form of punishment. Punishment is necessary, okay? I've even had to punish some motherfuckers. And just recently, I punished them on the mic. And when you're ready to hear that, it's dropping pretty soon, Colonizing Mars. But that's kind of off topic here. The main topic is this. If someone is out of line and someone is so out of control, don't be in the mind frame where you can't voice your opinion, get some sort of confrontation going with this person, and then pummel them and humble them. Because pummeling leads to humbling. Okay? It's very simple. The wrong one, you catch the right one. The wrong one catches the right one, and they get what they were looking for. Maybe they needed to be punished. Maybe that guy, the New York guy or whatever, maybe he was so upset and frustrated, mad with himself and his life to the point where he needed to punish himself. So the only way he knew how was to start something with someone so they would beat his ass. Subconsciously, that just sounds crazy, don't it? Like, no, nobody. subconsciously that may have happened. There are people that are walking around through life right now that are very, very, very pissed off. They're very angry. They're mad. They're upset. And it's with themselves. They'll find a reason. They'll say, no, it's because of this. And whatever this is leading up to why they are in the position they're in, why they're angry. I could sit here and be like, I'm homeless and I'm living in a tent in Hawaii and it's all your fault because you this, and that. No, I chose to do this. I made actions in my life that resulted in this. Now, let's say you guys believe in a higher power. You believe in a God, a deity, a whatever it may be. Now, mind you, my old ideology was there's only one God, and that's the Christian God, and yada, yada, yada. You're all going to burn in hell. That was my old ideologies. Now that I've shed ego, now that I have shed frivolous things and material items that I don't need, things I just don't need and want in my life anymore that I shed, including people. Now that I've shed all that off, I can literally see more clearly. If you have this God, deity, or otherwise, you may think it's punishing you. There are plenty of people that have accused their God of punishing me as if I'm under the rule of their God or something, and they seem to lose track that they're a human being, and that if you can't touch it, see it, smell it, I know air. Okay, well, guess what? When it gets real cold, you can still see it too. So, what about dark matter? Well, guess what? We have telescopes that can see that too. You know, science has really fucked up some religion. I mean, I can see why the Catholic Church came in and said, no, we can't be letting these motherfuckers look around through telescopes. There's God up there, and if they see God, well, hell, they'll find out that he ain't real, and now we're fucked. Society will slide back into some sort of pit of immortality, being immoral, and just all the bad shit that goes on. It was raining last night. It was really nasty. I woke up this morning a little congested. Get my coffee in. I already know how to fix this. It's called get out there and get to moving around and get this shit out of your body. Well, it's been a productive morning already. I got to get to work. I have a lot of things to do. Watch, things have slowed up. And as you know, when things slow up on here, that means because it's backing up and the floodgate's going to pop open. And when it pops open, all this freaking tidal wave of contents is... Okay? Colonizing Mars. Let's do it.